This is what I learned about being in solitude for 2.5 years. Right now, God said, this is your lone wolf era. You got to do things on your own. You got to stop waiting for people to come around for you to do things. You need to stop letting people be your comfort zone or your security blanket. You got to stop yourself from not doing things because you don't have someone by your side. You have to embrace being a lone wolf. And it doesn't mean that you just X everybody out of your life. You don't talk to anybody and you're just gonna be in a corner in the dark, secluded, a recluse from the world. It doesn't mean that at all, because innately, primitively, as humans, we need connection. We need each other. But it's more about being comfortable with your own company, loving your own company, and knowing that you are never alone. A lot of people did not understand why I've been in solitude, and to be quite frank with you, there's relationships that I truly care about, past friendships that I've had before that I truly care about. I have not seen those people in 2.5 years. I haven't seen them at all. They haven't seen my baby. I've only seen my mom, my sisters, and one friend. And the reason for that is because I am completely determined and focused on what I want to build. But there's a time and a place for everything. And I think it's so important to recognize, well, when is it the time for you to be out and about and really hanging out with a lot of your friends? When is that era? Or is the era of your life right now, the chapter, all about building strong foundations? There's things that I want to accomplish that involve my parents, and I need this focus. I do allow for a lot of time for play and activity and fun, but there's also focus. There's this beautiful quote by Dr. Seuss that says, "The people that matter don't mind, and the people that mind don't matter." My mom does not mind. She even told me, because even my mom told me, if you need time apart, because I even needed time apart from my family, not my mama, but for my whole family, even some of my sisters. I needed my own space, and they're cool. They respected that. You know, they're doing their own thing. Everybody's doing their own thing. But my mom even told me, if that's what you need right now, I could even give you more space if this is what you need. But thank you for letting me know where you are in life. Because I told her, Mom, it's not that I don't want to be around my family and all this stuff. It's just that I really need to work through this. I need to come out. I needed to come out of the darkness with all of the lessons that I had learned, all of the pain that I went through that almost took my existence from this earth. I need to come out of this. And also, the way that I show up in front of people, I don't want to show up with my trauma. That was really important to me, because I knew if I start seeing my friends again, I'm going to start looking for reasons why they are not good friends. That's something that I developed because of a certain thing that happened in my childhood, that I didn't want to get hurt anymore. So I always started looking for ways that these people were not good for me in my life. And so I always pushed people away. And if you guys know me since day one, 15 years ago, then you know that I have never really been a person who has all of these friends. And that's the reason, because it's not them, it's me. No one else is in control of my life, you know? But for so long, I used to blame people, but now I recognize that it's me. And now the people that I truly care about, even the friends that I haven't seen in 2.5 years that I truly care about, when I show up with them, I want to give them my wall. I want to give them my heart. I want to have my wall down, and I want to give them my soul and my heart. That's me. But now I know how to have boundaries. I already know what a red flag is. I already know when someone's taking advantage of me. Thank you to each and every single person who actually did take advantage of me or saw me as an opportunity. I'm so grateful for them. Because of them, God used them. They were a teaching tool for me in my life to not be used again. That I had to learn through them. And if they played a role in me becoming a better person, a more whole, complete person, because you're always amazing, not better. I don't like saying that. Then all I could say is thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much for showing me that red flag. And I am so grateful for the wisdom that I have now to recognize a red flag and put a strong boundary so it doesn't happen again. All of this I've learned in solitude. I can't be learning all of this. And also, I'm fully invested in studying things, developing my character, grabbing a complete grasp in every category of my life. My emotional life, intellectual, health and fitness, financial, love, parenting, 12 others, or 12 total. So many different things, so it requires a lot of time. And so for me, and God said, hey, buckle down. And I've made my home a peaceful palace for me to exist in a beautiful healing sanctuary. Every little corner of my house is a healing sanctuary. That's what I wanted to turn my house into. And you can't do that when you are distracted. You can't build a business, be a great mom, also like a fully present mom, be devoted to God, work on yourself and work on all of those 12 categories, and do things that deplete you. Be with people that deplete you because you're afraid to be alone. Rest in peace to David A. Arnold. I heard his podcast interview, so crazy. I had just listened to his podcast interview with Ed Milet, and I was like, oh my God, this guy is so cool. So I Googled him because I wanted to follow him on Instagram, and I saw that he had passed away like 3 days before that podcast episode. He said, at some point you have to acknowledge, yeah, you went through some shit. You've experienced some shit that you wish you never had experienced. Yeah, it happened. But now what? Now what? That's what I had to say to myself in the mirror. Okay, now what? What are you going to do about it, Dulce? Are you going to continue to think about this happened to me when I was little, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and just keep living in that pain? Look at what happened. How did that affect you? How did that change you? Did that create any kind of personal beliefs that are hindering you now? We don't live in the past anymore. That's helped me out tremendously not to live in the past anymore. I don't live in the past. I want nothing to do with my past anymore. That chapter is done and over with, healed it, moved on, bye. And also forgiveness. I forgave every single person that did me harm. And I also got to a point in my life that I simply don't care. And it sounds harsh, right? It sounds harsh. But you have to also not care. Every single person in my life right now, I don't doubt. I know that they are with me till the end of time. I know that I can trust them. I know that they genuinely love me. And the people who hurt me in the past, now I don't even have the capacity to care, because if I care about what they did to me, then I'm just creating more of that ugly energy and reminiscing. When I and us, we can be focused on what we want to bring forth. Visualizing good feelings, getting into the vibration of things. That's real. The law of attraction is so real. We got to get in there. I can't be in a state of high vibration when I'm thinking about how they did me dirty. And if someone does cross a boundary now, I'm so grateful. I'm able to recognize it, fade away. I just fade away. I don't burn any bridges. I fade away. And that's all I do. I fade away and I don't think about it anymore. I let God help me process, because I definitely still need to process. And then once I process it, which usually takes me about 2 full days, I just fade away and let that go. Like, okay. But now I know not to continue this any further. Now I know when someone is looking at me like dollar signs or an opportunity. I wouldn't have known that had other people not done that to me in the past. And it feels really good because I still am able to show up in relationships with my heart wide open and my walls down. Because even I remember one of my friends also said that a lot of people used to think, like, when I would go to the beauty events back in the day, when there was like a lot of like influencers, I guess they would talk shit about me and say something like that I think I'm all that because I don't go up and say hi to them when I don't even know them. And I was very shy. And I was not thinking about them. Also, like, people don't think about us. We think about ourselves, but people don't think about us. But I guess because I didn't go up to everybody and smile, so on and so forth, they thought that I was like, oh my god, I'm so creída. Like, that is so not me, people that know me. And so now I'm like, oh friend, why did they tell you that about me? Interesting. You know, I feel like relationships are complicated. Anyway, so ladies, I am so happy to connect with you guys and talk just about life and vida. I love you guys. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and I can't wait to see you guys in the comments section.